Hey guys, it's Malachi here, and today I'm going to be doing a Lotor makeup tutorial. First, I'm going to start off taking my favorite primer and just covering my face. I just use this blending brush here. And then I take my favorite foundation. This is a triple wear, but it's very thin, so it doesn't make my skin break out or feel oily. And I go ahead and cover my whole face and also my jawbone. Once you have that blended, go ahead and take a primer for your eyes and apply that to your eyelids and under your eyes. Just make sure that you blend it really well so it doesn't leave any creases. Next, I go ahead and take a purple paint, which in this case I use Mehron Paradise, and I will leave a link in the description below with which one I use. You can use a smaller brush like I'm using here, or you can also use a sponge. I found that the sponge works a lot better, and you want to go ahead and pat this into your skin. I do about 2 to 3 layers just to make sure that I can cover my whole face. Next, I take a purple eyeshadow, just a darker color than the paint, and I go ahead and press this into my upper lid to give it kind of a contour for your eyelid. And I go ahead and do my nose as well and contour the corners of my nose. I take just a small bit and just pat it down my nose. And I like to use my finger for my nose to just blend it out and also my eyelid. I also contour the tip of my nose and my cupid bow. You might want to go through and touch up just to make sure that it looks nice and bold, and make sure it's blended as well. And so next I take a bigger blending brush and use the same color to then contour my forehead. With all of this process, the main thing is making sure you blend it really well so it doesn't look spotty and out of place. You want it to blend in just to make it look like this is your skin. Next, I take a very thin contour brush and do my cheekbones. It does help to actually make the fish face, just to make sure you get the right area of your cheekbones. And I do the same thing with my jawbone as well. This is the blending brush I use just to go ahead and blend it out. Sometimes you might have to do a few layers of the eyeshadow to make sure that it is bold but also blended. Next, I take the same powder and I do just a little contour under my lip and then blend that out as well. And like I said, you might want to go through and touch up your makeup just to kind of give it more of that contour look and make sure that it's very bold but blended. So taking a white Mehron Paradise paint, I take a small brush, and this is how I will start my eyebrows. It takes a while for me to get this right, so a lot of the time I'm just covering and then might remove a little bit and then cover some more, especially because I don't have eyebrows, so I have to make sure that I am doing this correctly to where my eyebrows would be. And I also do about 2 to 3 layers of this paint for my eyebrows. Also, I apologize that I suck at explaining what it is I'm doing. I get anxious whenever I'm covering a makeup video because I'm trying to think of the exact terms to use, but it helps to really be able to see what it is I'm doing, to make it thicker in the beginning, because for Lotor's eyebrows, he does have them thicker, and then it fades off into just kind of a thin line. This was the chosen way I decided to do my eyebrows. However, you can do them a bit different if you decide. I just thought these looked best for my face for Lotor. And I also do the waterline with this white paint, or you can also use just a white eyeliner. This will just make your eyes appear bigger, more anime-like. And then I take a highlighter kit and I take the purple from it and I go ahead and highlight under the contour of my eyelid. And I do a couple of layers for this as well. And then take another, this time I take a white highlighter and I highlight my cheekbones above the contour. I also highlight my nose. And of course you can add more layers or blend it out. You can even use a purple to go on top of it just to kind of make it look less vibrant and more blended. And this is whenever I take a waterproof liquid eyeliner and I line my eyes. However, I was struggling really bad with this part just because I was trying to get it in the video to where you could see what I was doing, but also making sure that I did it correctly. I'm basically reshaping my eyes using this liquid liner, and you can take multiple different types of brushes. I have bigger brushes I use and smaller brushes I use, and I just go in and basically enlarge my eyes doing this. And I did not get this part recorded, but I did fill it in with white because whenever I go back in to fill it in, I want to make sure that I don't put the white highlighting over the black eyeliner. And then I take a powder, or you can use a paint, and I do just a little line under my black liner. It was the first time I tried this, so if it looks kind of weird, then you don't have to do that part. Next, I take the Mehron paint and I go ahead and cover my lips. I do about 3 layers for this. And then following, I am going to take a darker Mehron paint and I'm going to fill in the inner part of my lip and also the corners of my mouth, just because my mouth is very small and Lotor's is a bit bigger than mine, so I'm trying to make my mouth look bigger by contouring and using this paint and eyeshadow to just make my mouth look a little bigger than it normally is. And from here I take another dark Mehron paint that's purple and I go ahead and fill in the inner parts of my lips just to make them look thinner, kind of like anime lips. And then I am going to seal them in this lip sealer, which is actually probably my most favorite makeup product because it lasts like all day and it makes sure that your lipstick or anything you put on your lips stays on, even if you're eating or drinking water or any sort of drink. And now I'm going to paint the inside of my ears with the Mehron paint. And I do about 2 layers for that. And from here, I take a Mastic spirit gum that I got from Norway and ordered it online. This is my favorite spirit gum, and I'm going to spirit gum my ears, which I had painted purple with the Mehron paint. I had to do about 5 layers though for these ears. And once I put the spirit gum on there, I wait about a minute before applying them to my ears. And then of course you can fill in any parts you might have missed with the Mehron paint and apply any contacts that you might want to use. In this case, I used contacts that were from ohmykitty.com, and they are full sclera lenses that cover the whole iris. And of course, my eyes are blue naturally, so that kind of worked in my favor. But the contacts made my face just, it caused me to tear up really bad, which is why in the end my makeup looked a little smeared because I had been crying for about 2 hours and I had to reapply a lot of my makeup. So I apologize for the smudges of my makeup at the end, but it does look really good. Just remember that if you're using contacts, that if you're sensitive to them, that you may not want to add them if you do not want to risk your nose running or your eyes leaking and causing your makeup to then run. So thank you very much for watching my video, and this tutorial is my first time doing the makeup, so perhaps if I do it a few more times, I can provide you with another tutorial that's a bit more updated. But this is so far the look I have decided to create for Lotor, and I had a very, very fun time cosplaying him, and hopefully we'll get his cosplay completely finished this year. Thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.